Hello and welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Again, Erin Stevenson. This is our day 7 class for our virtual yoga. I hope you enjoyed Monday's practice. We're starting to include some music with our flow, so we'll keep that party going in regards to, again, that music and flow, that vinyasa style of a yoga practice. So today we're going to continue on incorporating all those pieces from last week with regards to the vinyasa, a little bit of that more meditative, restorative type of practice, and then always ending with a moment for rest and that deeper meditation. So we'll get started today in child's pose. When you're ready, go ahead and join me. Knees as wide as your mat, big toes meeting behind you. We're gonna reach our arms nice and long out in front and forehead down to the mat. So again, with our child's pose, we're sinking our hips back towards our heels. We're reaching our arms long, forehead down to the mat, and just starting to come into the space and finding your breath. That inhale, your exhale. Stay here. Check in. How are you today? How's the mind? How's the body? And where can we release and let go? Starting with a few rounds of that more meditative, that community type breath. Let's begin with our exhale. Empty your lungs. Take that deep inhale through your nose. Fill the lungs up and create that long, gentle sigh out the mouth. Release, let it go. 2 more times here. Deep breath in, fill the lungs. Long, gentle sigh. And 1 more time. Deep inhale. Long, gentle exhale out the mouth. And come back to your natural breath. Staying here in child's pose, but we'll get into our side body. Slowly start to walk your hands to the right side, right corner of your mat. Allow that head to drop down. Cross perhaps your left hand over your right. We're working our left hip back towards our left heel. We stay for a breath. On your next inhale, come back to center, lengthen. And then walk those hands over to the left side, left corner of your mat. Option again, cross the right hand over your left. Work your right hip back towards your right heel. We stay for another breath. And inhale, come back to center, lengthen. Start to press into those fingertips or palms. Guide your sit bones back towards your heels. We stay for 1 more breath. And on your next inhale, bring yourselves up to tabletop. Hands and knees go into some gentle movement for you. Sway your hips side to side. Release some tension in the neck. Circle your head clockwise and counterclockwise. Extend the legs one at a time. Maybe that full body roll. We're going clockwise and counterclockwise. Again, movement for you here. All right, now bring it back to center and tabletop. Taking the side view, we're working it to thread the needle. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, let's reach our right hand to the sky, get tall. And exhale, thread that right arm underneath your left, shoulder and cheek onto the mat. So options, stay as you are. If your cheek's not touching the floor here, slide a pillow underneath your cheek. Otherwise, start to walk that left hand nice and long out in front of you. Finding a gazing spot on the floor. If you want to work into the balance, extend that left leg long behind you. Toes can rest, or we start to play lifting that left foot to the sky. If you're going for it here, that left hand can start to reach. Perhaps you drop your left hand towards your low back. We're staying for another round of breath. Your hands at your low back, let's reach to the sky. And exhale, palm to the mat, bring that knee to meet. And on an inhale, unthread. Right hand goes high. And exhale, right palm to the mat, taking it to the left side. When you're ready, your inhale, let's reach that left hand high. On your exhale, thread that left arm underneath the right. So shoulder and cheek onto the mat, option for a pillow. Stay here. Or start to walk that left hand nice and long out. Staying here. Or can you start to find a balance, extending the right toes behind you. Can that right foot start to lift off the floor? Perhaps we reach that right hand to the sky, or drop your right hand towards your low back. Can you stay for another round of breath? And on your next exhale, slowly lower the knee, lower that palm. Inhale, unthread, reach your left hand high to the sky. And exhale, palm to the mat. Coming back to center, tabletop. Let's flow through cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine, coming to your cat. On your inhale, gaze up, open your heart, lift those sit bones. Again, exhale, cat pose. Inhale to cow, look up. And one more time, exhale, round the spine. And inhale, gaze up to the sky. On this next exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, your downward facing dog. Always the option to stay in tabletop, but create some movement. Pedal out your legs, shake your head. Create that stillness in your body. Find that strong downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press your palms to the mat, gazing at your knees or belly. We're here for one more breath. On your next exhale, looking up at your hands, we slowly step, walk your feet forward, come to the front edge of your mat and take some movement. Pedal out your legs, create ragdoll, and then create stillness here in this first forward fold. We're going to take a different type of twist today. I want you to start to walk your hands, if they're able to touch the mat, to the left side, or the right, sorry, your right side. As you're here, maybe it's not realistic to touch the floor, so you're grabbing for the outside of your calf. You can grab for your ankle or your foot, but as you're here, work that left hip back. Try to keep your hips parallel. Feel the twist in the legs and the low back here, and then slowly come back to center. And let's walk your hands over to the left side. So again, if they're not quite meeting the mat, grab for your calf, your ankle, the outside of your foot. Work that right hip back. Feel the twist. We're here for another breath. And then slowly bring your hands back to center. Find your inhale, a halfway lift. Reach through the top of the head. Shoulders away from the ears. Navel, press it in towards your spine. Stay for one more moment. And exhale, find that deep forward fold, round the spine. On your inhale, come all the way to standing. Start to reach those arms up and overhead. A little bit of a back bend if that feels good to you. And then slowly bring your palms to meet your hands to your heart. Find Tadasana. Close your eyes for a moment here. Allow your arms to release down. Next side, your body is palms facing forward. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Spread those toes wide and plant them onto the mat. Find that true mountain pose here. Releasing some of that tension in your shoulders. On your next inhale, let's bring those shoulders up to your ears. On your exhale, bring them back and drop them down the spine. Release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, bring them back and drop them down. And one more time. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, back and down. Stay here, mountain pose. Find that control in the body. Find the length in the spine. Find that intention for your class, your practice. What do you need to work on today? Is it just stillness? Is it listening to your body as we flow? We'll stay here for another breath. And on your next inhale, slowly start to open the eyes. With your next breath, inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Create cactus arms. Exhale, elbows in line with your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Come into a bit of a back bend here. Hips come forward. Head can drop back. Open your heart. Inhale, come back to center. Hands to the sky. And exhale with a flat back. Start to fold forward. Then gently round your spine. On your inhale, find that halfway lift. On your exhale, we fold, plant your hands, step it back. Today we're just going to go through a typical sun salutation. So on your next exhale, slowly bend your elbows, come down onto the belly. You know the variations here. Tops of the feet go flat. Your inhale, we start either low cobra, closer to the floor, or lift that chest high, full cobra. Shoulders away from those ears. Bring them on back. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, come back down. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high. Hold it. Find your breath. On your inhale, let's reach that right hand or right leg to the sky. 3-leg downward dog. Stay here. Start to stack your hip, right hip on top of your left. Awareness in that left shoulder. Don't dip into it. Another breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot up and in between your hands. We're taking it to Warrior 2 to start our practice today. So let your back heel touch the mat and then cartwheel your arms open.
bend in that front knee. Press that right knee back. Rotate that left hip, left leg up to the sky. Arm shoulder height. We take that little breather. Inhale, straighten your front leg, palms touch overhead. On your exhale, come back down to warrior two. Hold those legs. Gaze over your front fingertips. Let's flip that front palm. Reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your front foot back, high plank. On your exhale, slowly come down to the belly. Your inhale, lift your chest. Cobra, low cobra, or upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, come back to downward dog. Take a breath here. We're going to our left side. Your inhale, reach that left leg to the sky. Find height, find length. Then we start to stack that hip. Left hip on top of the right. Heeling towards the glutes. Stay here. Don't dip into your right shoulder. With your next breath, inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, slowly step your left foot up in between your hands. Warrior two, we're cartwheeling our arms open. Back heels planted. Deepen into our left knee. Get set up. Press that left knee back. Rotate that right leg to the sky. Hold it here. Flip your front palm. Reach up and back. Reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your front foot back. Return to a high plank. One more time. Exhale, come down to the belly. Your inhale. Lift your chest. Cobra. Upward facing dog where the tops. The feet meet the mat, thighs lift up. And on your next exhale, return to down dog. Hold it here. Take 3 rounds of restorative breath. Sit bones high, heels working towards the floor. We're looking towards our belly or our knees. Stay for another round of breath. And on your next exhale, gaze up at your hands. Slowly step, walk, or perhaps jump your feet up to meet your hands. On your inhale, find that halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we fold. And on your next inhale, come to standing, arms up and overhead, like back bend if that feels good to you. And exhale, palms touch, hands to heart, hold. We'll flow through that one more time. Your inhale, reach those hands to the sky. On your exhale, fold forward, flat back, bend gently around your spine. Your inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, we fold, plant your hands, step those feet back, high plank. On your exhale, with control, come down to the belly. Your inhale, lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, or upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, take a breath. Coming back to that right side, inhale, right leg high to the sky. Hold it, start to stack your hip, right hip on top of your left, heeling towards the glute. Awareness in that left shoulder, another breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot up. And in between your hands, warrior two, back heel on the mat. Cartwheel your arms high. Find that deep bend into our front knee. Get set up. Your inhale, flip that front palm. Reach up and back, reverse that warrior. Slowly come back to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step that front foot back. High plank, we flow. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra, upward facing dog, and on your next exhale, transition to your down dog. Hold. Your next breath. Inhale, reach that left leg high. Find length, find height. Start to stack your hip. Left hip on top of the right, heel comes in towards your glute. Stay for another breath. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, step your left foot up and in between your hands, getting set up. Cartwheel those arms open, back heel onto the mat, warrior two. Hold it. Flip that front palm. Reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step that front foot back. Last time, exhale, flow down to the belly. Your inhale, lift your chest, cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, we meet in down dog. 3 restorative breaths. Deep inhale through that nose. Long, gentle sigh out the mouth. Deep breath in. Long, gentle sigh. And one more time. Deep inhale. Long exhale. With your next breath, start to gaze up at your hands. On your exhale, step, walk, jump your feet forward, come to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we fold. On Exhale, palms touch, hands to heart, take a breath. Close your eyes. Take that self-check-in. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Stay for another breath. And on your next inhale, let's open those eyes. We're gonna start this next sequence into chair pose. Options are yours. Option 1 is to bring your big toes together with that space between the heel, coming into your chair. Other variation is feet hip distance apart and bending into your knees. You do you here, but as you go, inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, sink your hips low. Chest lifted, navel pressing into spine. If you're feeling this in your low back, we're tucking those hips under a little bit. Hold it here. We're going to get lower. On your next exhale, let's reach the crown of the head forward, arms behind us. Our chest and our belly are hovering over the legs. We've worked on this before. With your next breath, hands come to meet at heart center. We're gonna take a twist in our chair today. Right elbow. Can we bring it to the outside of our left knee? Now awareness in that right hip. Work it back. Press your palms together. Start to stack your shoulders. Stack your elbows. Stay here. Or start to open up those hands. Right hand to the mat. Left hand to the sky. Hold another breath. Exhale, palms touch. Inhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Switching it out. Left elbow outside of our right knee. Create the connection first. Work that left hip back. Press your palms together. Stack your shoulders. Stack your elbows. Stay here. Or open up those arms. Left hand to the mat. Right hand to the floor. Right hand to the sky. Sorry. Another breath. Palms together to touch. Inhale, hands to heart. Reach those hands to the sky. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, straighten those legs and fold forward. Your inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, we fold. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot. Let's go back to warrior 2. Heel to arch alignment. Cartwheel your arms shoulder height. So left foot is leading us. Right foot's behind us. Get set up. Take a breath. Inhale. Let's straighten that front leg this time through. On your exhale, come back down. Deeper, stronger warrior 2. Flip your front palm. Reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. Hold it. Left hand can wrap around. Right hand can wrap around your low back or rest on that back leg. That left arm's reaching behind you. Hold for another breath. Can you go deeper into your front knee? Hold for another breath. Can you reach that left hand further behind you? And inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Side angle, let your forearm rest onto your leg. Reach your right hand to the sky. Use that left arm to pull your left knee back. Options to stay. Or maybe start to drop your right hand towards your low back. Your left hand can drop to the inside of your leg. If a bind is part of your practice, or if you'd like to try to work into one, you can work your left arm up and underneath. Find your fingertips, your pants or shirt behind you, and create that connection. Allow your hips to come down here. If you created the bind, you're gonna start to look up at the sky. We're here for another breath. And then everyone on your inhale, come back up. Warrior 2, straighten your front leg, hold. Take an inhale. Start to reach that left hand forward. Work your right hip back, and then we're finding that tilt. We're coming to our triangle pose here. That left hand, right hand is the top of our triangle. Your right hand's either resting gently on your shin, above your knee, or it can come to the inside of the leg. Lift up, stack, right shoulder, right hip on top of your left. Gaze at the floor, at me, or up at the sky, whichever feels best for your neck. We're here for another breath. On your next inhale, come back up, bend into that front knee, warrior 2. Flip that front palm again, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Inhale to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your back foot forward. We're back to the front edge of our mat. Your inhale, a halfway lift. Your exhale, we fold. Big toes touch, space between the heels. Sink your hips low, reach your hands to the sky. We return to chair. So again, options are for feet to be hip distance apart if you prefer. Hold it, we're going low. Exhale, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. Lift your chest, your belly. Stay. Palms touch, hands to heart. We're taking that twist again. Right elbow outside of our left knee, create the connection. Hips low, right hip coming back. Option to open up those arms, stay here. Another breath. palms back to me. Inhale, hands back to heart. Take a breath here, we're switching sides. Exhale, left elbow out to the bar, right knee, create the connection, stack the shoulders, stack the palms. Stay here, left hip coming back. Option to open up those hands, left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky, hold. Palms together, hands to heart center. Reach those hands to the sky, final breath, chair pose. Exhale, straighten your legs and we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back with your left foot. We're coming back to warrior two. Cartwheel those arms open, deep into that front knee, hold it here. Going a little deeper, inhale, straighten that front leg, palms touch overhead. Exhale, come down, stronger. Flip that front palm. Reach up and back behind you. That left hand resting on your back leg or wrapping around your lower back. Stay here. Find that inhale. Your exhale, can you go deeper into your front knee? Find that inhale. This exhale, can you reach that right arm further behind you? Another breath. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, take your side angle, forearm resting, right hand high. Sorry, left hand high. Stay here. Or drop that left arm to your low back. Right hand can drop to the inside of your foot. If you're going for the bind or it's part of your practice, right arm comes up and underneath. Fingertips connect. Hips come low. Left shoulder is working back. Maybe gaze up at the sky. We're here for another breath. And on your next inhale, let's start to come back up. Warrior two. Take a breath. Straighten your front leg, triangle. Reach, right hand far forward. Left hip pulls back, and then we tilt. Right hand onto shin, above your knee, or to the inside of your foot. Work the stacking. Left shoulder on top of the right. Left hip on top of the right. Gazing at the floor, the side, or up at the sky. Another breath. Inhale, let's come back. Warrior two. Flip that front palm. Reach up and back, reverse the warrior. Inhale to center. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step that front foot back. We'll come to a high plank this time. On your exhale, flow down to the belly. Your inhale, lift your chest. Cobra, upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, downward dog. Tuck your toes, lift those hips high. Heels sink to the mat. Take 3 rounds of that restorative breath. If you need child's pose here, feel free to take it. Otherwise, active recovery, downward facing dog. Deep inhales. Long exhales. Another breath. And on your next exhale, let's gaze up at those hands. Slowly step, walk, jump your feet forward, come to the front edge of your mat. Your inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, we fold. Your inhale, start to reach those hands to the sky, a little bit of that back bend. And then exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Take a breath. All right, we're going to work into Malasana here. And then also I'll give the option to play around with pros. So working on a conversion and hand balance here. So, coming to Malasana, bring your feet off to the sides of your mat. I like this with my toes facing out and my heels in. Now, from here, we're going to reach our hands to the sky. Your inhale, reach your hands to the sky, get your palms to touch. And on your exhale, guide yourself down, hands coming through heart center. Bend those knees, sink your hips low. So, if your Malasana is like this, totally okay. What you need to work on is bringing that tailbone under and then bringing it to the ground. Now once you're here, palms to touch, elbows on the inside of the knees, press your knees apart. Lift up through the top of your head. Keep breathing, you can close the eyes here. I always say it's a lot of heat, a lot of fire in Malasana. Getting rid of that tension in our hips. Hips hold a lot of the negativity, the stress, the anger, the anxiety. We're getting it out of our system today. Stay for another 2 rounds of breath. Can you find that full inhale? Use that long exhale, sigh out the mouth. And one more time through, deep breath in. Long, gentle sigh. Go ahead, place your hands down onto the mat. Slowly start to lift your hips to the sky, straighten those legs. Bring your feet back in, hip distance apart, take some movement. Pedal your legs out, bend one knee and the other. Take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. Take that gentle sway, that gentle twist, side to side. Alright, come back to center. Your inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, we fold. And inhale, come all the way to standing, arms up and overhead. A little bit of that back bend if it feels good to you. And exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Alright, we're gonna try this one more time. We'll add in crow here if you choose. So feet off to the sides of the mat, toes out, heels in. Your inhale is to reach those hands to the sky. Get your palms to touch, and on your exhale, bring those hands through heart center. Sink those hips low. Here we go, Malasana, second time through. Lift up to the top of the head. Press those knees apart. Option is to stay here. If you'd like to play around with crow, I will do my best to cue you virtually. But we're gonna spread those fingers wide on our hands. Place our hands down on the mat. There's a space in between those hands. That's where our gazing spot's going to be. Crow pose, Bakasana, is a lot more core than you think. When you're ready, start to lift your hips up. You're gonna place those knees on the back side of your triceps. We're gazing down at the floor here. When you're ready, keep a bend in your elbows. Start to come forward. Weight comes into the palms. Your heels lift off the mat. You might still be on the toes here. And to play around, maybe you're lifting one foot off the floor first, and then the other foot comes to meet. So you're balancing, again, onto those palms. So take a side view. Keep playing around with it. If you are in Malasana, stay there. Again, crow. Hands down. We're gazing in between those hands. We're lifting one foot. We're lifting the other. If we fall, we come back. But wherever you are, can you stay for another 3 rounds of your breath? Deep inhales, long exhales, and after that third exhale, let's slowly plant those palms to the mat, feet to the floor. Inhale, lift those hips high. Bring your feet back in, hip distance apart. Take some movement. Pedal out your legs. Take that gentle sway side to side, ragdoll. Come back to center. You're inhaling, halfway lifts. Your exhale, we fold. Stay in this forward fold this time through. I want you to take a bend into your knees, deep bend into your knees, and create a connection of your pointer, your middle finger, along with your thumb, around your big toe. So your thumb's coming on the inside, the pointer in the middle are coming onto the outside. The outside? You know what I'm saying. As you create your connection here, knees are bent. I want you to then start to straighten the legs. So maybe your legs don't go all the way straight. That's okay. If you can, we're straightening those legs as best as we can. Allow the crown of the head to drop down to the floor. If you have straight legs, or even if you have a bend in the knees, use your exhale to bend your elbows and draw yourself deeper. So again, use your exhale, bend your elbows, draw yourself closer down, forehead towards the shins, crown of the head towards the mat. Stay here. Use your breath. Each exhale is where we're finding that space, where we can go a little bit deeper. Our inhale, we find length. We straighten out the body, we straighten the spine, and on that exhale, we round the spine. We're going deeper. Forehead towards the shins, crown of the head towards the mat. Try that one more time. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deep, forward fold. And then slowly release, shake it out. Your inhale, one more time, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands, come down to hands and knees. Let's take it to child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch, arms in front of us, forehead to the mat. The way that we started our practice. Let's stay for another round of breath. And on your next inhale, slowly come up to hands and knees. We're gonna get to the outside of our hips here, coming into frog. So I have 2 mats here, but you should turn your body so that way you have the full length of your mat to utilize. From hands and knees, I want you to bring your knees as far apart as they can go. We're coming to frog. From here, your ankles align with your knees and your feet point off opposite directions. We're getting to the outside of the goods here. You might already start to feel this. From here, we're going to come down onto our forearms. You might feel it deeper. Crown of the head can start to drop down towards the floor. Then, gently, a little bit goes a long way. On your exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Again, crown of the head can drop down. Maybe your forehead meets the mat. Maybe your chest meets the mat here. Eyes can close, just focus on the breath. Work those hips back towards your heels. Get knees wide, ankles in line with our knees, feet pointing opposite directions. Another round of breath.
Let it be, oh, let it be. There will be
And on your next inhale, slowly come back onto our palms. We'll bring our toes in together to meet. Then bring one knee in and then the other. Take some gentle movements, shake it out. Maybe sway your hips side to side. And when you're ready, let's slowly go ahead and take a seat. Straightening those legs out in front of us here. We'll take a seated twist today. So starting with those legs nice and long, flexing the feet. Let's bring our right knee in towards our chest, heel onto the mat. Now option to stay or cross your right foot over your left. Right hand comes behind us as our kickstand arm. It lifts our chest high. On your inhale, reach that left hand to the sky. On your exhale, take your twist, either hugging that right knee towards your chest or elbow to the outside of your knee. On your inhale, lift through the top of your head. On your exhale, gaze behind you. Take that deeper twist here. So again, stretching through the spine, getting to the outside of that right side of the leg, getting to our low back, our glutes. Same thing as we did in that forward fold. With your inhale, find length. And on your exhale, again, space by twisting a little bit deeper, hugging that knee into the chest, or pressing your elbow more into the knee. Let's stay for another breath. On your next exhale, let's take the gaze forward. Slowly unravel those arms, unravel the legs, and shake it out. We'll take it to the other side. When you're ready, hug that left knee in towards your chest. Sole of the foot staying on the mat, or you can cross that left foot over your right. That left arm comes behind us. That's our kickstand arm. Lift up tall. With your next breath, reach that right hand to the sky. On your exhale, hug either that left knee in towards your chest or bring that right elbow to the outside of your knee. Your inhale lifts up to the top of your head. Your exhale gaze behind you over that left shoulder. Keep it here. Again, into the spine, the upper back, the outside of that left side body, the leg, the glutes, the low back. We're here for another round of breath. And on your next exhale, take that gaze forward. Unravel your arms, unravel those legs, and shake it out. All right. It, of course, would not be a true Aaron-style vinyasa class without just a wee bit of core. So we're going to end our class today going from boat pose to our back. So when you're ready, boat pose. We're balancing onto our sit bones. Option one, we hug those arms underneath our legs, and we're slowly shifting back to our sit bones, lifting those feet off the floor. From here, we're bringing those feet in line with our knees. From here, our arms come off to the side, palms facing the sky, chest is lifted, we stay. Let's stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to stay, or maybe take a little bit of a breather, but we're going right into low boat, high boat, 5 rounds. On your next exhale, come down, we hover over the mat. Inhale, come back up. You can have the hands on the back side of your legs. Exhale, come down, and inhale, back up. We go for 3 more. Exhale, and inhale, 2. Exhale, and inhale, 1. Exhale, and inhale. Last time. Exhale, come down, low boat, hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release everything to the mat. So tug those knees into your chest. Create some movement. Rock it out side to side, up and down the length of your spine. And releasing the soles of the feet feet onto the mat. Hands next side of the hips. We'll flow through just 2 rounds of bridge with our palms and our hands reaching to the sky. So on your next inhale, lift your hips high. Let's reach those arms up and overhead. Stay here, hips lift, another breath. And on your next exhale, lower your hips and your palms back to the mat. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, hips to the sky, arms up and overhead. And exhale, slowly come down, hips and palms to the mat. Stay here, sway your knees gently side to side. All right, we're gonna make our way into Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined cobbler's pose. This is to release our low back. So to do this, I'm gonna shift and face. We're going to bring your soles of the feet together, knees off to the sides, and we lay down on our back here. Your hands can rest on your belly, or arms overhead. I've talked about this posture before, so again, it's suggested to do for up to 15 minutes a day. We're just going to stay here for our final few moments of our practice. Now, the luxury of being at home is you can utilize pillows underneath your legs to prop them up, so they're not so dramatically dropping off to the sides. Again, allow yourself to lay back. Palms can rest on your belly. Arms can be overhead, or arms next to your body. Eyes closed. If this becomes too much, your low back starts to talk to you, we're going to reverse it. So you're going to bring your knees together and your feet as wide as the mat as you lay back. Options are up to you, but go ahead. If you're not already there, make your way. Allow yourself to just release into this. Close the eyes. Find your breath. Use your exhale. Calm the body. Calm the mind.
Cause heaven only knows why we feel this emptiness. But I will climb out and find another view. Now I've found you.
Let's stay here, another breath.
Days pass slowly, lost
Slowly, let's start to bring those knees back together. Soles of the feet on the mat. Take that gentle sway side to side one more time. And then slowly release those legs, nice and long. Arms releasing next side of the body, palms facing the sky, coming to our final Shavasana, our final rest. Check in. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to be still and be calm. Find length in the spine. Let's close our eyes one more time, taking a final round of community breath here, releasing anything that's weighing us down today, holding us back. Let's go ahead and begin with our exhale, empty the lungs. Take that deep inhale through your nose, fill the lungs to the top, hold the breath. And deep exhale, release, sigh out the mouth, let it go. We slowly come back to our natural breath. also meet at heart center, closing our practice. The light in me truly honors, respects, and appreciates the light in each of you. Namaste.